Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new month. Welcome to a new week. Welcome to a new energy update for the first half of this month. I just want to take a minute before I go into the update and just kind of share what's been happening for me in real time because it's extremely relevant to what I'm going to share today. So, the past maybe 5, 6, 7 days, I have been starting to work with an elixir. It is it's Chalice Wall Water. It's designed to help with the chemistry in my body, and it has activations in the water that are designed to help me with my heart healing. And the well water came from somebody that I am working with who brought the water back from Glastonbury, which is the heart chakra of the world. And so in working with the water, it has accelerated some things happening for me in my life. And over the weekend, I was meditating as I'm also getting ready for a very long meditation retreat in January. And part of the preparation for that is doing an online retreat as well as daily long meditations. And I had gotten this download a couple days ago when I came out of meditation. It was like exactly my guides were showing me to go in the kitchen and go into my dining area. And I was shown exactly what to declutter and where to put it and what to keep and what to get rid of. And it was just like boom, 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 boom. It was so fast. And so when it came out of meditation, I had a minute to catch my breath and ground back into my body. And it was so fast. Like, even my daughter was like, oh my gosh, like, how did you just do all that? Like, where did that come from? And so when I was talking about expansion and contraction last time, there was this great expansion because I had released all of this energy in my environment. And then the next day there was this contraction because my body did not know what to do with that space, and also just naturally inhaling and exhaling, right? That's just part of the flow. So what I have noticed for me, and this could be different for you, is that I'm very, like, water is become very symbolic of me with me as I am like pushing energy through and working through feelings and emotions and upgrading. So cancel. Around this time last year, I from September to December, I had gone through a very intense clearing with some work I was doing just on myself with my practitioners. And I had to upgrade the pipes in my house, to put it mildly. And it was a huge endeavor financially and in my space, just having people in the house. And it was a huge upgrade. And so what happened this time was I woke up and yesterday morning did not have any hot water. So today I had to get a new water heater. So again, the container that holds the water had to be replaced and upgraded. Okay. Also, Sunday night going into Monday, realized my cochlear receiver, which is actually in need of an upgrade soon. The infrastructure is breaking, which is why I'm wearing a headband because the hook no longer works on it. And so now I'm in the process of upgrading my cochlear implant, so receiver. So I'm upgrading something in my home and I'm upgrading my hearing. So water is upgrading, my hearing is upgrading. And while there is a significant financial exchange for these things to happen, and an old pattern of mine would have been to fall into a mindset of like, oh, why is this happening to me? Now, after having done, a lot of work on myself, I can recognize these things when they happen. And I can start to say, oh, wow, this is an upgrade. Like, thank you. I must be pushing something through, like, very significant. Which brings me to the point of why I'm sharing this, is because I had actually gotten the download for the energy update yesterday, and I had tried like 5, 6, 7 times to record a video, and it just was not in me. I had a headache, I was exhausted, like mentally, physically, from all the events of the day, and in my head, I had this expectation of like, I want to get this out on December 1st. And in my body was just like, no, you need to go to bed. You're spent. And if I had delivered this yesterday, you wouldn't have gotten the energy. You would have gotten the update, but you wouldn't have gotten like the true energy behind it. So I was honoring my body. Okay. So there's a lot of messages in that in real time share that are also very connected to this update that I'm about to share. So I felt that was important to bring that in which is going to make this update a little bit longer. So the heaviness I was feeling yesterday was part of the contraction. Right now, this particular update that I'm going to share is about transitioning from the 2025 to the 2026 energy. So this update and the next one I'm already kind of helping those of you that are sticking with this and watching these videos kind of like move through this continuum of energy, all these like ebbing and flowing that we've been through, these ebbs and flows. It's all going to start to make more sense as we move into this next year, which is in Chinese astrology, it's the year of the horse. So we've got 2 months left of year of the snake. It's also a 1 year. So it's like a new beginning year. It's a wrapping up of a 9-year cycle. So there's a lot of things that are closing off right now. We're also coming out of Mercury retrograde. Although it's officially over, there's still that little bit of that shadow period that lasts sometimes for like 7 to 10 days. So we can still get some aftershocks of a retrograde. So some important things to recognize right now, or the message that I felt strongly in my download to deliver today was very much around the purging and using at least these next couple weeks to start clearing out and letting go. It's going to help you when you physically purge or digitally purge, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. It's going to help actually like dial things through and push things through, like a final push as we go into the new year, so that you have the space in your body to handle the intensity of the energy that's coming through in this new calendar year. All right, so I'm going to just get through my notes here just to make sure I'm not missing anything that I wanted to share. So clearing out is a big message right now. And I was getting kind of this visual repeating itself over and over again of like a toothpaste tube, when you just want to like squeeze out like that last little bit before you open up the new tube. So before we get that new tube of toothpaste on January 1st, we want to squeeze out all the lessons and all of the just all of that residue of this year. And for a lot of us, it's more than just this year. Like we could be closing out things that are 9-year cycles that we've been moving through. And the way that we can do this, and I do realize that it is the holiday time, and there's time that goes unexpected to getting gifts and holiday parties and extra holiday cooking, but it doesn't have to be a huge commitment. It could just be like a small commitment that you make to yourself to just start purging some things that you don't need. So like for me, it was the kitchen and it was the dining area, and in my house that is probably energetically, physically where most of the energy moves in the house, where I spend most of my time. And so I got very specific directions on what to do in my kitchen. This is something that you want to follow through in the momentum that speaks to you and your inner wisdom. Clearing out more stuff does not mean that you're doing a bigger purge. I want to be very clear on that. It just could be like a little drawer or a little pile. It doesn't have to be big. If it is big, that's great too, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be something small. And listen to your body, what feels safe in your body as you clear things out. If you're starting to feel like, I think this is too much, I'm taking on too much, then just shorten the duration. If you're clearing out like 5 cabinets in your kitchen, just focus on 1. If you're looking at your whole closet, just focus on like a half a foot in your closet and just say, I'm just going to deal with like these 4 shirts or these 5 sweaters, and I'm just going to get rid of 1. Another thing to think about is like the things that you hold on collectively for the family, like maybe toys or games or things that are like stuck in your entertainment cabinet that you haven't really pulled out, old puzzles or board games you might be holding on to for the emotional value that it holds, because it has a memory to it. It's also going to be very helpful if you can start to let go of some of those things. But it is a slow drip process, and when you do move stuff and it purges through the house, it also purges through the body. So you might be feeling like a little tired, a little hungover, like I had a headache yesterday and my body was just so tired. So you just have to honor that. It's going to happen. If it happens, then just go a little bit slower next time. But just understand and recognize that this is like the space and time that you're creating for yourself to move things through, and then take the time to recognize and reward yourself. Like, look around, and when you wake up in the morning and your kitchen feels lighter, or you open up your closet to grab your jacket and you're like, wow, look at all that space, or are you looking at a countertop that normally would have lots of papers on it, like, oh wow, look at that space. It's going to help you to navigate differently in your home, and you're going to feel differently, and it's going to have an effect on everybody. Digital detox is also a thing, so I just wanted to point that out, especially if you're a person that's really busy this time of year, or you're on the go with kids and sports, or you're traveling for work. And just going on your phone when you're sitting at the gate at the airport and committing to maybe just deleting, like just for 5 or 10 minutes, just deleting unneeded screenshots or pictures on your phone, or same for your laptop, or if you're at your office or your home or your desktop, like clearing out anything digital that you don't need, any files or maybe stuff that you've been keeping on there that's cluttering up your hard drive. But again, listening when that inner part of you is like, I've had it, this is enough, I'm starting to get a headache, and stopping where you're at is a beautiful, beautiful thing. That's exactly where we want to be, is in connection with our body. So after you complete the purge, you want to take some time to integrate the new energy, because your space is going to have a new energy, and it takes time for your body to align with your energy. So we talked about in the last energy update about bringing your physical body and your higher self more in connection. And part of this activation in this energy update is understanding that you can make movements in your environment that clear out your space for you to connect to your higher self. And when you are in clear connection with your higher self, you have more space to hear your intuition. And that's a big one, okay? So I'm gonna stop the energy update there. You can replay and listen to that last piece again if you'd like to feel that repeated about connecting the higher self in the body. I wanna just let you know that in 2 weeks there is going to be a sound bath, December 14th, from 2 to 3:30 p.m. in my space, and we do have a few spots left. It is for women only. It's going to be an hour of sound, deep relaxation, which will be very clearing, and then there'll be some activations after the clearing, and then we're going to follow that up with an integration with therapeutic grade cacao, which is a lot like sipping chocolate, hot chocolate. Everyone will have a chance to make theirs the way that they want to make them, so everything will be out. That's why it's called a cacao bar. So I'll be deconstructed and you can construct it. The importance of the cacao following is we're going into a winter solstice, which I'll talk about in a second, but the cacao after ceremony is going to help ground all of the energy that moved, and it's also very supportive of the nervous system. So when I come back here the next day, crossing fingers, on the 15th to do the last energy update for the month, I'm going to be giving more information about how to work through the solstice. I will say that if you have made it this far in the video, and if you take this time to do this clearing for yourself right now by purging a little bit in your environment, you are going to be far more prepared for the energy of the solstice, which gets more intense every year. And this particular solstice, like just having had the activations from watching this video, from doing the purging, the solstice won't feel so heavy and dense, and it's just gonna be a clearer pathway for you to receive in the feelings and all of the light that comes in from the solstice. So this is really like a sequential process here. Coming to Sound Bath will also help a lot. And if you need support outside of this video, you're welcome to make an appointment with me, and I would love to see you. So that will conclude this energy update. I will be back in 2 weeks to talk a little bit about the solstice and whatever else comes up in the messages at that time. All right.